Welcome inside Studio 12. Our head track and field coach, Pat Henry, is with us. National Signing Day is here, and Coach, you guys have hung a bunch of national championship banners in the Gilliam Indoor Stadium there, and looking to add to another. This is where it starts, isn't it? Signing Day, always a fun day for y'all.
It is. Signing date is your new people coming into the program, and so this is always a good day. You hope it's always a good day anyway. We are actually a sport that continues to recruit at the high school senior level. I like to see a good junior. It kind of gets my sights set on a junior, but I mean we move into our senior year is where we start looking at people real heavy, and so this is a time frame where we have a number of people that are interested and we think are going to sign right now, but we'll still have a period after this that will sign additional people.
Well, we'll take a look right now at the class that you guys are bringing in here on signing day, and the thing that first stands out to me here is obviously tremendous talent across the board on here, but it's a very diverse class. It's not specifically just a sprinter here or whatever. You've almost run the gamut as far as events there, and that's important when you're trying to score points at conference and national meets, isn't it?
Well, that's true. If you're trying to have a team, which we are, and all of the major institutions in the country are really trying to have teams to be successful, your first challenge is a conference championship, and that can be a little bit different than what it takes to win a national championship. But I mean, I've had teams be fourth at a conference meet, and we're able to win the national championship. So sometimes it is a different group of people, but this is a normal class for us. We're trying to add in all event areas. We recruit talent. We don't necessarily recruit by event areas. We recruit talent and people who we think want to come to Texas A&M. And then I have a great staff that seems like every day somebody's walking in saying we need to get this person, and so it's a balance of that.
Let me ask you this, more of a big picture question here. You talk about recruiting high school seniors, and you recruit at that right before they're coming to college level.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, and you guys had tremendous success in the Big 12, and as you move to the SEC now, as you're wrapping up the second year in this conference, last year the men won the national championship, the women finished second, tons of national exposure. Have you noticed an even greater increase in interest in Aggie track and field with the move to the SEC?
Well, I think there's more interest from around the country. You're going to see a little bit more, even in this recruiting class around the country, of the influence that the Southeastern Conference will have on a recruiting class. I think that we're a little bit more, not just Texas oriented, we're a lot more U.S. oriented. Being in the SEC, I think it attracts people from all over. We've got 100 Texans on our team too, but yeah, this is going to get some great people from California or New Jersey, and that's what we're doing this year. We have Chicago or Illinois. We've got some people from all over.
Let's go ahead and dig into the class a little bit here on the women's side. Let's kind of start there. Again, same thing we talked about a little earlier. You've got sprinters, hurdlers, distance runners, jumpers. You've got a lot of different parts there.
Mm-hmm.
Break down the women's side of this class a little bit, maybe any specific names or any people you'd like to sort of stand out or stick out to fans.
Ashton Zamzo is the daughter of one that many people around here will remember is Stacy Zamzo, who was really a fine quarter miler here at Texas A&M a number of years ago from Goliad, and he coaches in Goliad, and she's going to be a multi-event athlete. She is one that we feel like is going to be a contributor. I'm going to say that about every single one of these people. Sarah Catherine Stevens from New Braunfels, a pole vaulter, one of the best pole vaulters in the country. She's a 13-plus vaulter right now, but when we're recruiting something or somebody, we're not looking at necessarily right now. What is this person going to be able to do over the next 4 and 5 years? And we think she has the talent to get much, much better as we go. Ebony Greer is a really good hurdler out of Poly High School out of Long Beach, California. She sprints and she hurdles. We need a hurdler right now, and so she will be one that we add on, and she's done very, very well to this point. Brianna DeRosier is out of Chicago area. She is a short sprinter. and she's a very good quarter miler, and 400 meters may be her best race. When she ran here at our high school indoor meet, she looked very good at 400 meters, but I think she has a talent to do a number of things, a number of events, and so we're glad to get her. Melanie Enriquez is out of Stony Point High School here in the state, out of Round Rock, is a middle distance runner. She's done well at this level here, and you know, the thing about distance runners, sometimes age is a factor with distance runners. So sometimes to be an impact person, it may take 2 or 3 years. But this young lady we look at, and Wendell is Coach McCraven has looked at and has said that he thinks this one is going to be an impact person as we go. Aubrey Malone is right out of Bryan High School here, and she's just a talented young lady. She's a thrower. She can do a number of things. So we're signing her as a multi-event athlete, and again, time is going to be a factor with her as well. Devin Norton is a distance runner out of Denton Guyer High School here in the state. Has done well once again at the distance races here in the States. On the men's side, we bring in a really fine quarter miler from Essex County Community College out of Essex, New York. O.J. Ferguson. He's a 400-meter athlete. He's a big man, and he's going to be. I think he has the opportunity to be in very, very good. Carl Johansson is a good pole vaulter, and he's out of Orange County, California. He came in here at a camp, and then he kind of fell in love with the place. He's a 16.4, 16.6 high school pole vaulter, and we're really glad to get him. We have a thrower coming in from Athens, Greece. John Carius, and this guy has thrown a long ways, but we also think he's going to be a multi-event athlete, possibly, especially indoors as a little different indoor and multi-athlete than it is an outdoor. But he's thrown a long ways, and we think he's going to be a contributor. And we signed a guy named Justin Tynes. Now, that's a great track name.
I like that name.
His mom was doing some good thinking. He's out of Riverside, California. He's the state champion out there. He's run real fast. This guy will be a contributor immediately for us, and we look forward to getting him.
And see, as we've kind of looked at the class there, it's the same thing you were talking about when we started talking was people, you look to see how they're going to be, but these are also a lot of athletes across the board that you think are going to be able to help you right now, and that's got to really make you excited.
Well, we are. Just this class alone, I'm pleased with this class. We're always going to pick up 1 or 2 more that are going to be big contributors for us before this is over. But a recruiting class is just basically that, a recruiting class. What they do when they get here is a determining factor. And some of these people have done very well, but this is a different level. And if you aren't ready to accept change and understand what it's going to take to be successful at this level, it doesn't make any difference what the recruiting class is. You better be able to be coached, and you better be able to be a person that accepts it and looks forward to the challenge, accepts the additional work that it requires to be successful here.